It's cracking, lads and ladettes. Just getting into the World Cup fever. Uh, can't believe Saudi Arabia and Argentina. My prediction was wrong. So when it comes to soccer, Jerry isn't always right. Oh, sorry, Adama. Football. Now, see, Italy won the Euro without a real number 9. We pretty much had to rely on our midfield. So if you have a look, Italy scored about, say, 14 or so goals at the Euro. But out of the 14 goals, we had about like 10 different goal scorers. So yeah, had to rely on the midfield. But as you guys know, Enrico Chiesa is like the future of Italy, in my opinion, or the Italian team. And I honestly think that if he was playing, we would have had a better chance of making the World Cup. Yeah, it really hindered Italy not to have him. So I just want to give a little snippet of his skills. As you can see from the title, Federico Chiesa, best skills and goals. Now, this guy is a gun. Now, I don't even have to explain. Check it out. Let's see. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. Look at that. Look at that. What? Pass 1, pass 2. I don't want to get struck, so I'm just going to pause every blah, 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 blah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That should be 10 seconds by now. Look at that. Just skips past. Always. Look at that. Right in. When it comes to crossing, cutting back, this guy, look at him. Boom. Boom. Go, son. Let's see. Oh. Oh, this is the final against England. Now, I remember watching that final and actually speaking to my English mate at the time. And Chiesa actually got injured in extra time. And as soon as he got injured and had to go off, my English friend messaged me and was just like, thank God. We have a better chance of winning now that Chiesa's not there. So, that was his goal against Spain. Look at this. Look at that finish. Right around the keeper. This is his little trademark. They didn't show the celebration. Goal against Chelsea. And at the time, Chelsea were European champions. And yes, I am a Chelsea fan. I'm not a glory chaser. I've been following Chelsea ever since they had Gianfranco Zola, during an era where it was pretty much Man U versus Arsenal. Those were the two teams who'd dominate the EPL. So, Chiesa's not known as a goal scorer, but he can finish. That's probably the only aspect of his game that he could work on. But it's also his position. He's more of a winger. It's not really his job to score goals. But he could have a better scoring record. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. All right, they're showing. Here we go. Come on, I want to see him dribbling. I want to see him shooting. Let's see if I can forward to some of his. Here we go. There we go. I love the way he takes on the defense. I would love to see him in the EPL. Look at that. Oof. Very unlucky. That's against Portugal as well. Very unlucky. Great save from the keeper. I hope I don't get struck. I probably will. Handball. All right. Again, let's get to the dribbling. I want to see. Here we go. This might be. Yeah. I love watching. He's just so attack-minded. And Italians are known for being defensive, so it's nice that we have such an explosive player. Look at him. Takes on everyone. Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Chiesa is the man. All right, let's see. I love when he takes on players. That's why I'm like, yes, it's nice to see his goals and stuff like that. But all right, let's see. I love his runs. Let's see his runs. All right, see, always from his own half. Look at that. Pass one, pass two. Look at that. In his own half. In his own half. Again, starts off from his own half. He always like starts off the build-up play. Always look at that. Look at that, man. Look at this against England. Look at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. Here we go. He ripped it up against England. He ripped it up. And he had a really bad injury last season, which really sucked. It was like who was it against? It was against Roma, and it was a very tough game. Like it was 4-3 at the end of it. But seeing that Juve finished like fourth, doesn't really seem worth it that we lost Chiesa because of a Serie A game. So let's see. Come on, buddy. I don't want to see you. I want to see your skills. All right, let's check it out. Check it out. Look at this. Look at this speed. Look at that. Look at the head start the defender had. So that was against England. He was on point. He was on point during that final. Amazing. All right, one more highlight. Let me see if I can find a good run. This video seems to be focusing more on the goals. Let's see. I think this is against Spain. Yeah, look at that. Starts from his own half. Look at that. Takes it all the way up. It was actually a corner for Spain. And then, whoop. Oh, beautiful. Look at that little layoff. Beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. This is what I want to see. Chiesa taking players on and destroying them. There you go, guys. And that's the end of my highlight reel. And in regards to last night, well, for me it was last night. Saudi Arabia, Argentina. I guess Jerry isn't always right when it comes to soccer. So, but my US prediction was. So, I don't know. I was thinking of betting on a game tonight, but tomorrow is payday, so I might put maybe 50 or $100, not too much, on one of the games. But yeah, this is insane. Like if you watched the show or the video that Rat Trap City and I made, you'll see his predictions Brazil. Mine is actually like I think I think France will win, but before yesterday, Argentina were I think 1 or 2 games away from beating Italy's unbeaten international record. Under Mancini, including the Euro, Italy hadn't lost a game in like 2 years. I'm not sure. I can't remember like the exact number of matches. But Italy beat Spain's record, and Argentina were, I think, 1 or 2 games away. But now that they've lost, that's it. They have to start from scratch. So it's going to be pretty interesting. But remember, in 2010 in South Africa, Spain lost their opening match against Switzerland, of all teams, Switzerland, and went on to win the World Cup, then win the Euro. So I'm still standing behind Argentina. To be honest, the main reason why I'm going for Argentina is that there are a lot of Italian immigrants there. So a lot of Argentinians have Italian, Italian ancestors. Sounds way too far back, but you guys know what I mean. Like, for example, Lionel Messi, his grandfather's Italian, Messi. But then if you look at a player like Martinez, a Z, That's obviously a Spanish name. Cambiasso, who is an old player. Zanetti, an old player. Lavezzi. These are all Italian names. Same with Uruguay, but there are more Italians in Argentina. So yeah, it's almost like my second team. And also, the reason why I don't support Australia when it comes to the World Cup or soccer is that, okay, so before 2006, Australia hadn't qualified for a World Cup in like 30 something years. So when I was a kid and I would play soccer, because they would call us Wogs, which is the Aussie equivalent to like Guinea, Wop, whatever. So they would say that um, soccer is a, uh, they were saying it's a homosexual sport, and in a very derogatory sort of way. And they would also call it wog ball, instead of you know, so because we're wogs, and they're like, it's a FAOT sport. So and then Australia qualified for the World Cup, and ironically as well, a lot of the Australian players were Italian Australian, like myself. Italy played Australia. Italy had a player sent off at halftime, played most of the game with 10 men, advantage to Australia. Still dominated the game, still had more chances. In the last minute of the game, Lucas Neal, the Aussie, slid to tackle Grosso. Grosso made, took advantage, penalty to Italy, won the game. Wasn't a penalty. I can't deny that. But that's due to a lack of experience. Even as a 12-year-old, among being taught by my Italian coach, you don't slide tackle in the box unless you're the last defender and there's no chance. Like, if you don't try and slide tackle, they're going to score. You risk fouling a player and an instant red card. So it was funny because even for like the next few months, I remember wearing my Italian jersey, and some Aussies, like Anglo Aussies, drove past and were like, "F Italy, you bunch of cheaters, this and that." And even today, there's we have Optus Live, which is like a sports channel, and there was a betting ad, and it was a little cartoon, and it was like two Aussies talking about football, and they referred to it as soccer. And there's an Italian guy on the side, and he's like, "Hey, it's not soccer, it's a football." And the two Aussie guys are like, "Gee, why is the Italian guy so upset?" And then he looks at his phone, he's like, "Oh, it's because Italy's not there." And I've heard that a lot. And then I've heard Aussie people also take it too far and start mentioning the C word and stuff like that, and saying, because Italy, a lot of people in Italy died because of that C word thing. And they were like, "Oh, don't worry about the football. Look at how the Italians were dropping like flies while us Aussies were, we were still surviving." Another person was like, "Italy not in the World Cup. Hopefully Japan doesn't qualify and Germany gets knocked out, so the axis of evil from World War II will be eliminated." Like, it's, as much as I love the sport, it's a sport. It's a game. Like, this is why people don't like politics and all this shit. We want to zone out for 90 minutes. We want to escape. That's why we watch football or whatever, baseball, whatever. You want to zone out. You don't want to hear politics. But yeah, it's this World Cup. This after what happened with Argentina last night, it's insane. And to be honest, even Australia are playing well. They scored, and then the French, like it's almost like a training game for the French. But they didn't play very well, and that's the thing with the French. It's their mentality. On paper, they've got so much talent, but yeah, like in the Euro, right? They were winning 3-1. 20 minutes left. They concede 2 goals and lose on penalties to Switzerland. Again, Switzerland with another upset. So I don't know what it is. In previous World Cups, they even had inner fighting between players. I think I remember Anelka, I think, got sent back home after one game. Um, I'll be honest, at the moment, England look like, of all the performances, there's only I think we're 2 or 3 days into the World Cup. So far, England's doing well. So they seem to have picked up or picked off whatever from where they started, World Cup semi-final, Euro final. Don't be surprised if England make the semi-finals or final. I'm interested to see Portugal, see how they do, uh, especially with this Ronaldo thing that happened. Like, all right, yes. And you guys obviously know he left, like, officially. He's not a Man U player as of about 5 hours ago. I think 6 hours ago when I woke up. Um, yeah, to do such an interview with Piers Morgan, who is like such a kiss ass. It wasn't even a real interview. Like, he didn't, he was pretty much kissing Ronaldo's behind the whole time. It was not subjective or unbiased. Sorry, it's probably a better word to use. Um, he's got teammates like Bruno Fernandes and stuff like that. So I'm a Ronaldo fan, but he acted like a spoiled brat. Like, in terms of the Americans are owning Man U and not caring so much about, I think it's Glazers, that company, America. It's not so much it's America. That sounds bad. Sorry, not Americans. Glazer. It's that company in particular. And yes, he's right. They've been protesting for a while. But then he also mentioned that there was no improvement in regards to, Man United as a club, the training. He even mentioned nutrition, the chefs that work there and all that. And it's like, okay, you may be right, but I'm sure you knew this when you joined over a season and a half ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, why didn't he complain then? Oh, but now he's been, on the bench and things like that. Now he complains. Just say you want to leave the club. Just say that. Don't, and he disrespected the coach, so it was quite obvious, like, he wasn't going to go back. That was pretty much a passive aggressive way of saying, "F you for keeping me on the bench. I'm out of here." So it'll be interesting to see, because coaches don't, like, after disrespecting his own manager, I don't think other coaches are going to want him in their team, especially good coaches with, good teams that are playing well. Like United have been playing better without Ronaldo. So yeah, it's football/soccer madness at the moment. So check out Rat Trap City's video. Well, we did it together, but it's on his channel. Check it out. I think we did a great job. It's only our second one. We're going to be doing one again this week. Now that the World Cup's on, it's going to be pretty much a weekly thing. So yeah, guys, hope you guys are enjoying the World Cup, your evening, your morning, your day, whatever. I just had to throw in my 2 cents, my opinion, go on my little rant, and yeah. So